All right, guys, we're super excited. We're here representing Familiology. It's live, it's open for the public online and locally here in El Paso, Texas. I'm one of the staffs in Familiology. My name is Stephanie Duran, and I am the Director of Operations and Contractors.
Yes, hi everybody. I am Andrea Long and I am the Director of Community Outreach and I do caseworking and all those things too. So welcome everybody. We just wanted to just come on here to just kind of introduce Familiology. This is one of my job descriptions. You're probably going to see my face all the time here on social media. And so Stephanie makes us look good. She does all the behind the scenes operations and a lot of things. And I'm just jumping in here and I'm so excited for this opportunity. But anyways, I know I'm talking a lot. What do y'all think Familiology is? Like, what is that? What do we do? And I'm going to throw it to Stephanie and then I'll talk to you about what Familiology means to me. So Stephanie, what is Familiology?
When I was brought to this opportunity to be joining forces with powerful people and amazing, beautiful souls to really help the community, it was about families, it was about individuals, it was about souls. And so that means anyone who has a physical body and has a soul is familiology. It's about uniting hearts and families, trying to heal the past, honoring our culture and our history, and building resilience and long lasting bonds from conception all the way to adulthood. So, this is not just adulthood relationships or couples, but it's also understanding how it even impacts the way we are born into the world and how what's going on in the environment when we are in the womb of our parent, and that is going to ultimately shape us of who we are today and why we see certain things in a certain perspective, and how do we see ourselves and other, and how do we see the world, and that will impact us. And so we try to promote healthy family dynamics through advocacy, education, evidence-based tools and skills. And of course, we're going to be collaborating with different organizations and government agencies. So that's why I love what we're doing, because it's going to encompass everything who we are as a human being.
Yeah, I mean, in my background, I am a certified coach, and so I deal with more relational. And then when I was able to meet up with Stephanie, and she's a doula, and so Familiology it's like we're putting our skill sets together, and then it's the study of family and the family dynamics and all those things. And so when I got this opportunity to work with Familiology, I was like, wow, not only am I going to grow and learn more about conception and all those things, and then jumping into the relational side of things. And we have advisors and people are really strong in the family dynamic and how to work as a family in the whole, and then parenting skills and all these things that Familiology is going to be encompassed about, and then being that advocate of having individuals to have a voice in their family, right? And so Familiology is encompassed with a lot of things, like so much stuff. And for me to have something that I am already a passion to do, like that is a dream job for me. I'm hoping that you guys will see other people, other coaches, other future people that are in copes with Familiology. But we just wanted to come in here to just introduce y'all to what Familiology is about, and how we're going to, I guess I like the word I like to use, it's impact the community. I guess as far as conception is concerned, or I know I'm throwing a wrench to Stephanie, but what as a doula, what will your role play, or in that realm, or your expertise, how would that play when it comes to Familiology?
Well, I feel like just being a doula does help. However, as I expand my profession, I feel like I'm like encompassing the social justice birth worker, where it's really a full spectrum of understanding everything from conception to postpartum and parenting. And that's the thing, is that the more that I dive into understanding trauma care, trauma informed care, understand the psychology of birth, then you're understanding the true essence, how everything really starts, of how our nervous system is built and it's being developed from the time that the egg and the sperm are combining,
Yeah.
like you can even go to that extent. And you start understanding, not only are we becoming our own individual self, but we're also understanding our parents' way of how they handle stress and how are their nervous systems during pregnancy and what's going around them that are influencing the stressors that can influence us ourselves as an individual. And all that is going to determine, are we going to be like able to handle stress more efficiently, or are we tend to going to more anxiety or more the shutdown? And that is going to tell us how we're going to interact with other individuals, if it's friendship, co-workers, relationships, with our children, with other friends, like all these things encompass just by that, to understand birth psychology. And then, that is one aspect, right? And then you go into the birth, right? You start understanding, to teach families to understand the mechanics of birth. Like, what is going on with your body? What's happening? What's normal, or what's a little bit more worrisome? And how can you navigate those things? And what's going on in the hospital or birth center or home? Or what if your birth happens spontaneously and you're in the car or ambulance, and so forth. So then there's a lot of things that you could learn in childbirth classes. And then, of course, the doula is more of the hands-on, as an advocate for you, to help you to continue voicing your own voice, learning how to navigate certain things. And it's like a big resource. And if they're going to be there in birth, then you're helping them through whatever birth style is going to be. But they're always, beneficial. Then you have postpartum, right? And then there's a whole other game role there too, because there's a lot of things that we're so focused on birth and getting, like the cribs and the clothes and not the bottles or whatever. But then we forget what happens after birth. And that is a whole game. And so that's why a doula is really amazing, to help you to navigate those struggles or challenges that come when you could still try to find your own self, still able to explore, but then honoring your own self and your own values, and keep it balanced, and see how you could ask for the community to help you and family in a way that is going to help you to de-stress. So it encompasses a lot.
Yeah, and what I heard too, in the forms of what I do as far as relational, and hearing the science behind it, or the, like you said, the mind, mind, body, and soul, pretty much, in culting from conception on, right, and how it's important. So I could see, why familiology is very important, because, a lot of people don't pay attention to birth classes and to know some things that we should be working on prior to, say, you're pregnant now. If you're listening to me, or you're a man and your significant other is pregnant, how it's important to understand that how that environment needs to be prior to. So if you're even thinking of wanting to be pregnant or trying right now, how getting those classes, getting those things, and learning how that environment plays a key part, and then also how we were born, right? And how we were conceived, and getting some understanding and getting that healing prior to us even conceiving a child in this world, and how they connect and how it's relational too. So I
Yeah.
saw when I got that opportunity and how all this connects in relational and prior to conception and prior to us being born, how that affects our family. I know me personally, I didn't know where I fit in. I didn't know. I mean, I was the child. I was the youngest of four, and I didn't understand where I fit. And some of that, no offense to my parents, but some of that was the way I was conceived. It was during the hustle and bustle. My dad and my parents are way older, and I can see how I'm always in a rush and how I'm always in certain the way I move in this world. It could be because of the way I was conceived and the way I came into this earth. And so, me getting this understanding and me understanding and throwing in some of the stuff that I throw in as relational and some spiritual, being a spiritual leader, I feel that Familiology gave me this opportunity, and I'm so grateful for Familiology to give me this opportunity to tie all this in and to help families. So, um,
Absolutely. Like, I mean, even when we are joining together to support Familiology, even though people, we did not do all these things like childbirth or birth psychology understanding, and you helping families and couple and teens and
yeah.
children and helping them to navigate their feelings and how to work together and understand each other, right? Because when we go into a relationship, it's vital to understand each other.
Yeah.
What are you coming with? Let's like untangle what this person is carrying. Let's tangle the other person because you guys want to have this unity. And when you guys understand each other, then you're able to say, okay, I want to be a better person for myself. But then we're going to create this safe space. And I think that's what you do as your coaching. And then, so it also helps in that aspect. So even though people are all the way in this level of their life, it's still, we still could join together with birth psychology because it still influences the relationship aspect. But then you also are helping them where they're at the moment and present as well.
Yeah. Yeah. So, if you liked what we said, if you enjoyed all the things that we did, because like it's kind of like we're going back to the old times, creating that tribe, right? That's why it's called Familiology Group. We are creating a tribe to help out not only the families, but help out our community in one, right? And so if you are interested in any right, reach us. Our information is below this or probably up here somewhere. Reach out to us. We would love to help you. We would love to give you more information on what Familiology can do for you. So,
Yeah, so just comment below love and tag at least one or two friends, and that will help you to enter this really cool raffle that we're doing. We're giving two giveaways. One's going to be in a coffee shop, a local coffee shop here in El Paso, and a gas card because we all need gas. And we're also giving a discount. So if you book one of our discovery calls, the first 5 people are going to get our free mini course in how to go from conflict to connection class.
all right, bye. See you guys soon.